For the last decade, I've coached senior leaders at Uber, Cisco, and Google, helping them refine the single most overlooked skill in the modern workplace: how they communicate. And not just in keynotes or big meetings, but in the everyday moments, the email updates, the Slack messages, the skipped one on ones, and the late night follow ups. My approach was different, however. I didn't just coach my clients, I interviewed their key stakeholders. I'd ask, how do you want to be communicated with? What works for you and what doesn't? And every time the answer was different because communication isn't just about clarity, it's about context, role, timing, and trust. That was the moment I saw the pattern. Leaders weren't ineffective because they lacked skill. They were ineffective because they lacked capacity. They were overwhelmed. They had no time to prepare, no time to reflect. They tried to follow my meeting with self coaching advice, but their calendars, their inboxes, their fatigue, it all got in the way. That's when I asked, what if AI could help? What if we could give every professional not just coaching after the fact, but real time intelligent support as they communicate? And that's the idea that became Mivante. Imagine you walk into work and every conversation you have lands, not just gets said or sent, but actually lands, understood, felt, and acted on. Imagine if your emails, your one on ones, your follow ups, your all hands were tailored not just to what you want to say, but to what the other person needs to hear at that moment in that relationship with that level of urgency. Right now, we live in a world of communication chaos, Slack messages flying at midnight, emails that get buried, back to back meetings that leave us drained, disconnected, and to be honest, gasping for air. We've got plenty of tools, but we're missing intelligence and we're missing alignment between how we communicate and how others are receiving it. That's why we created Mivante, the first ever communication intelligence platform. It starts with something revolutionary and incredibly human. We ask you how you want to be communicated with. Our built-in configurator captures each person's communication preferences, tone, format, frequency, even ideal time of day. Then Mivante layers in context. It connects your calendar. It looks at your recent conversations, your key stakeholder relationships, even your energy patterns. And suddenly, you're not just sending communication, you're tailoring it, and that changes everything. If you are an individual contributor, Mivante helps you turn your daily updates into powerful signals that get read, not skipped. It helps you choose the right time, tone, and framing so your voice carries more weight. If you are a sales account manager, imagine knowing which key customer relationships are cooling and exactly what messages would re engage them. Mevante becomes your partner in precision outreach, writing messages that hit home. If you are a people leader, you see who prefers bullet points and who needs context. Mevante helps you coach, recognize, and course correct with less friction and more trust. If you are the CEO, that's when it gets really exciting. Now you can see how communication is flowing across your company, not just by volume, but by effectiveness. Where alignment is building, where tension is rising, you become the architect of a culture where everyone gets heard and understood. This isn't just personalization, it is strategic alignment at the human level. Because when everyone on your team knows how others want to be communicated with, when they are most receptive, and what matters to them, we unlock the most powerful form of performance: shared understanding. So imagine this: communication that feels like connection, not obligation, AI that makes you more human, not less, and a culture where the right message always finds the right person at the right time. With Mivante, you don't just get better messages, you become a better communicator, and that changes everything.